Hi, Chris here with the Edifier Comfo Run. Now these here are sports earbuds that are the open air style. So they sit just over your ear canal there and they're not in it. So you can hear the surrounding noises. That's great for when you're training, so you can hear approaching cars, bikes, e-scooters. And they're not inside your ear, so they're a lot better for your ear health too. And it makes them super comfortable. That's what they're all about, is comfort. Now they have an IP55 rating, so you don't have to worry about these getting a bit of water splashed on them or dust or anything like that. They have hardware controls, so no capacitive touch controls that are often hit or miss. And with this model here, we've got a runtime of up to 17 hours, and they do use 16.2 millimeter dynamic drivers, and they do deliver good bass with a special algorithm that is tuned for just that. And what does Edifier include within the box? Well, we have a manual, there's important safety information, and our charging cable, which uses a pogo port pin style connector, as you can see here, those two little tabs. And you just got to line it up the right way, like so. And charge time, you're looking around 2 hours to fully charge them. But a charge of just 15 minutes will give us 5 hours of playtime with these, and the total playtime is really good. You're looking at a very long time of 17 hours. So that's great with these, and they are using the SBC codec for this, and you've got here 16.2 millimeter drivers within these and a bass algorithm that's supposed to boost up the bass, but more on the sound quality of those soon. So build, very good. They've got this nice here silicone around the outside and it's coated, so it's very comfortable. Nice secure fit. They don't apply too much pressure. This part hooks over your ear, and that of course goes over your ears. And because they are the open ear style of headphone here, they're not going inside your ear canal or anything. They're a lot more healthy. You can hear the background noises. You don't get any pressure build up, any fatigue with them. And I could literally wear these for hours on end. They're that comfortable. So you see at the top there, we have what looks like a little speaker grill there too. And then microphones. See the little holes there for those mics either size. And the controls, very good because these are physical controls. So we have here a button in the middle and the plus and the minus for controlling everything. And this means no capacitive touch controls, which can be very hit and miss, I do find. Now the weight of them, well, very good. They only weigh 33 grams in total, and you do have half of that weight on just each side of your ears there because of the air hooks that is supporting the weight. So application support, that gets a tick. It's called Edifier Connects. This is a slightly different app from what you normally see from Edifier. This is new to me, and this is the one that supports the Comfo Run. So you see here we have our sound effects, and this is just the equalizer. So you've got classic or bass boost. Now on the default classic, this is where I felt that the bass wasn't really that great, but in the bass boost mode, that does make a big difference. So this is the one I like to run because without it, it just doesn't feel powerful enough, booming enough really for me. And you have the game mode here. So the game mode, that is the low latency mode, recommended if you are going to be gaming, of course, but also for streaming video content like Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, and that drops the latency down to just 80 milliseconds. You have some other options in here. That's just me currently playing something. So if you have a look at that, you can see I'm playing a track through them. And then you have your user here. Now, you don't actually have to log in for this, but you can if you wanted to. So I wish there was a custom equalizer mode here for this. So if you have a look in the settings, there doesn't seem to be there a way to change that, but you have just a few other options here. So it's a little lenient. I really think they need to add a few other equalizer options if they could. And then, as mentioned, the custom one would be great, so I could just tweak it myself a little more. Okay, so sound-wise, you want to know what these sound like, right? Is the bass good? Well, when I got them out of the box here with the default equalizer preset, it was a bit disappointing. I felt the bass was just too flat. It didn't have enough oomph to it. It was just short. Those lows were disappointing. But luckily, the second thing I tested out was, okay, let's have a look at the app. Let's see if there's an equalizer. Let's see if I can just boost up those lows. Luckily, using that bass boost, then these do come alive. Now, they do have a large driver to them. So it's 16.2 millimeters, the dynamic driver in here. And that's good. And that goes over your ear, so they're super comfortable. And yes, when you use that and their bass algorithm just to boost those lows, it is satisfactory. Is it booming, the best bass that I've ever heard? No, you can't really get it with this style of headphones. You can't. The open ear style Really, it has to be in your ear, I feel, for that, with the silicone tips to get a good seal. Then you can get really amazing bass. But it's not bad for this style of headphone, okay? And of course, it's comfort first with these. It's all about the comfort wearing them. But are we missing out on the highs and the mids? Well, we're not, which is good. The highs are still good. They're not super detailed and crisp. I would like them to be a little more detailed, but they're not bad at all. Vocals still sound good. Listening to rock music as well on these and different genres. It's been a good experience for this style. Now, where I can criticize them, and I feel that it's the volume. They should be just a bit louder. I've got to really push that volume right up almost to maximum levels with my Galaxy S23 Ultra that I've been using in conjunction with these. So that's the only thing I can criticize it. They should be a little bit louder, I feel. What about the latency with them? So I've installed now the app on this phone here, which is the Oppo Find N3, and I put it into the gaming mode, and I have found that it does go with the actor's mouse. Not quite 100% perfect, but it's enough that I can watch an episode of Black Summer right here and not be annoyed by it being out of sync. When you game, however, that is where you will notice that it's out by a fraction of a second. So not the best in terms of latency at that 80 milliseconds, but acceptable enough for streaming content. My example now with the Comfo Run. So we've got just two microphones here, so one in each side of them. And this mic quality, it's actually all right. Fine for answering just the voice calls that you may have on the go, but are they the absolute best for microphones that I've heard? Certainly not. They could be better here, but overall, I think they get a pass, but only just. So they're very quick and easy to put on. You simply place them over your head like that and put them down. And you've got this to make sure it is centered where the drivers are. You want to have those drivers right over, aligned with your ears. And that way you get the best sound quality and the best bass. Now, speaking about that bass, that yes, it was a little disappointing, as I mentioned in the video, when I first tried them out with the default equalizer preset. But go into the app, put the bass boost on, then they do sound a lot better. And you get that powerful bass. It won't match in-ears, but it is very good. And one other thing, I know this question is going to pop up, so let me just find my glasses here. Some sunglasses, can you wear them with the Comfo Runs? Yes. So putting them on, you can see that they're not really going to interfere with them too much. You can walk, you can run, but if you jump around a little bit, you may hear them kind of rub up against the support here for the ear, basically the ear hook here for these open headphone style, open ears. Now, open ears, of course, you can hear all those background noises. They're so comfortable. I could literally wear these all day. This is the best part about them, is their fit and just being super comfortable. Sound-wise, they sound very good for this style of headphone, and all up, good. But there are those two minor things that I pointed out. One is the volume could be louder. That's just what I feel here. This is my personal thing is, I think they should be just a little bit louder here. So this is subjective, of course. And the other is the microphones. It could just be a little bit better, that quality. It's not bad. You can handle calls with it. But again, I would love them to and just improve upon that with possible firmware updates. So these are the Edifier Comfo Runs. Thanks a lot for watching this review.